Sam and Sandy Gallagher here, and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'll change it up a bit and actually start doing top 5s, because I actually did do one in the past and it didn't go too well, so I deleted it. But I thought I'd do a top 5 this time, and it's to do with games that I would like to see turned into a movie. Now, I will not be including Metal Gear Solid into this, because even though that's one of my favourite games, it's because right now they are attempting to turn into a movie, so that would not be included, unfortunately. Now, I know a lot of games have been turned into movies and didn't do too well. I'm not pointing fingers, so Mario Bros. But I'm being including which ones I would like to see, and leave me a comment what you think of my choices. Just remember, this is just my opinion. But let's get into the top 5. At number 5, it is Call of Duty. But before you start saying anything to say like there's a lot of war movies already made, just hear me out on this one, just hear me out. Call of Duty is a massive franchise, you cannot deny it. But even if it gets turned into a movie, I know there's a few thousand people who would just go see the movie just because it says Call of Duty. Call of Duty spans across different eras of war, which is why I like to see it turned into a movie. Not only does it have the World War theme from Fighting the Star Wars, Big Red One, and the new one, World War Two, and so on, it also has the Modern Warfares, Modern Warfare 1, 2 and 3, and the stories within them in the hands of a good director could be great if they tell a story between like Zakhaev, Makarov, Soap and Captain Price. The stories right there in the hands of good director is a lot of potential right there, and a good action movie. But also, not only they got the past, the Call of Duty World Wars, they also had the Vietnam War, which a depiction on big screen of Woods would be hilarious because he's a great character. I love Woods. But also, they also deal with futuristic. Now, if they want to do a sci-fi war movie, Call of Duty, they can do that because they have Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, and so on. So there is potential for futuristic styles. But in my opinion, the best one I would like to see would be possibly the Modern Warfares, because the story of Zakhaev and Makarov would be brilliant to tell. In my opinion, who I love to see would be Sam Elliott to play like General Shepard. He looks the same, sort of, and sounds the same, sort of. And just my opinion, I would like to see Gerard Butler play Soap, mainly because they're both Scottish, and Butler's done a lot in action movies. So that's my opinion on Call of Duty. I would love to see Modern Warfare turn into a film.
Hey, man.
At number 4, we have Infamous. The reason why I would like to see this turned into a movie is because it would be a good superhero movie, mainly because as your character's got all different superpowers, from Infamous First Light, where you have the neon, Infamous Second Son, your character has smoke, video, neon, concrete, and it would be a good little superhero movie if it's done right. And as a potential, if they do the First Light first and then Second Son, they can mix it all both together, because First Light ends when Second Son begins. So it would be a good superhero movie as your character goes trying to stop Augustine and to gain her power to save your little Akumish family. So it's a good little story there. Got a villain, a hero. But again, not only can you be a superhero, but it could be like a Deadpool style, in which you're an anti-hero. Because in a game, of course, you're going to be the good guy or bad guy. Turn it into a movie, it can go either way. So it'll be very interesting to see how they do this on big screen. And the special effects, today's technology in a movie would be brilliant. Depends on how much money they, of course, they have to make it. again, as I said, a lot of games that have been turned into movies haven't gone too well. But it's still a possibility that some games may do better than others. And I'm hoping if this does get turned into a movie, this will be one of them. Now at number 3, I know I may cause a lot of controversy with this one, but at number 3 I put Overwatch. Now the reason why I would like to see Overwatch turned into a movie is because there is so much potential there. Not only to be like a superhero movie, and action as well, it has multiple characters in the story: Mercy, Deva, Hanzo, Genji. And in my opinion, a lot of movies fail because they either drive out too far away from the main meaning and story of the games, or they focus too much on the story of the game. So they have to get the right balance of what to expect in a movie and keeping the balance of the meaning of the game. Now, the basics of the Overwatch story is told in little short animations. However, the main basic story is told within the game itself, and it's right at the start of the game, which I'll let you hear quickly now.
30 years ago, the Omnics declared war. The nations of the world had no answer until they called upon a small group of heroes. Overwatch was created to rescue humanity from the Omnic crisis. We became the greatest champions of peace and progress mankind has ever seen. You were chosen because you had powers and abilities that made you... You joined because you...
Now, with that story, what they could do for the big screen is that they could have it set before Overwatch was formed, so they could do how they helped save the Earth, how they all joined together, how they became Overwatch, or they could do it after the crisis and everyone's been split apart doing their own thing, and how they need to all come back together to form Overwatch one more time to save the Earth. So there's a lot of potential for past and future, and basically with that little small story, it's really an open check, a blank check, mainly because there's nothing much in it already. So a great producer and director can basically do what they want with that, as long as they stick with the characters' abilities, as Mercy's the healer, Deva's got the big mech, Genji the ninja. It would be great to see. And also if they're able to add in the actual places in it, like King's Row, that would be also good to see references. But in my opinion, if they put in the dance moves, that would be brilliant.
About the good life, it's not hard to find. It's not something that money can buy. And I'm living the good life, living in my world tonight. And it seems to me that no one really knows. It would be great if we could all sit down just to take a break, but that's not how this world really.
And coming in at number 2 is Grand Theft Auto. Now, I'm not referring to a movie that was already released before in 1977. It was called Grand Theft Auto. However, I'm on about a movie based on these games. Now, the entire Grand Theft Auto series, each game can in itself can be its own film, because there's so much potential in these games for the big screen. Even going back to one of the very first ones from into Grand Theft Auto 3 Vice City, the 80s Vice City would be awesome too. San Andreas would be awesome as well if they actually do make it and get Samuel L. Jackson, because he actually did play in San Andreas, so that would be great. as well as Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5. Now, the special thing about Grand Theft Auto 5, in my opinion, if that gets made into a film, is that not only can the main story be turned into a film, following footsteps of Trevor, Michael and Franklin, the online part of it as well can be depicted onto the big screen too. This is because, in my opinion, the online has so much in it to do with missions and heists that they can make a film leading up, how they got all the stuff, how they acquired it all, then performing the heists. So there's the online section that can also be turned into a film, but also the main story. And I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, a Grand Theft Auto movie based on the games would possibly be one of the greatest game to movie things there's been. This is just my opinion, and I hope to see. Leave in the comments below which Grand Theft Auto you would love to see made onto the big screen, whether it be from Grand Theft Auto, from the very first one, Grand Theft Auto London, even 3 Vice City, 4 San Andreas. No matter which one it is, just let me know which one you would love to see made into a film. In this list, we've had some of the biggest titles in the gaming industry, Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty. However, in my opinion, these do not come close to the number one spot that I would love to see on the big screen, mainly because of the sheer size of this game. So, at the number one spot of today's top 5 is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, Skyrim is a massive game, and there's so much that is in this game that each part of it can be its own little movie in itself. Mainly like fighting these undead people, that can be a part of the story. The Brotherhood of Shadow could be another story. Fighting the dragons as well, that could be awesome to see on the big screen. The Imperial Legion, there's so much that they can actually do, and with the Skyrim, the possibilities are endless. There was little short animations that have been made as well, but an actual feature-length film of Skyrim is what I would love to go watch. It's one of the things I would like to see this more than Grand Theft Auto, mainly because that this game deals with so much different topics. There's so much in this that you can't actually put it into a movie, all of it. So if you take the main story, fighting Alduin and the dragons, then that'd be brilliant. The stories of the Brotherhood of Shadow are also great because, yeah, you're an assassin. So, at the number one spot, it is of course The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So that is my top 5 video games that I would like to see turned into movies. Let me know in the comment down below what do you think of my choice, but also what games you would like to see onto the big screen. I know this was not professionally well done, because the only thing I've got to use is a Share Factory. I don't have all these editing tools, but I've done my best, and that's my opinion, my top 5, what I always like to see, and I'd like to hear your opinion, so leave a comment down below, and if this top 5 does well, I'll do a part 2, and if you have any topics that you would like me to do for a top 5, then feel free to comment as well, and I could possibly keep this going, do a top 5 or part 2 of this, or a top 5 I don't know, anything really. So thank you for watching and see you next time.